Hello everyone, welcome to StraightA. Dawson here, back with another video here today, and as you see, still on the floor, still doing whatever. My desk is actually built, but like I wouldn't be able to record very well by I guess standing up. I guess I could do that. I could make it a standing desk and everything. I don't know, kind of like it on the floor a little bit. Either way, chairs should be coming tomorrow, so no big deal. Either way, we're going to get into this video, which is going to be kind of finalizing the randomly ranking quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, blah, blah. This time we're going to do coaches. I decided I want to give the coaches some love this time around, so we're going to do the same thing with them. Coaches are going to be randomly ranked here, 1 through 5, 1 through 10, and then 1 through 15. This will be an interesting one because there's a couple different things you can really rate them on, and honestly, I think a lot of the coaches can be very comparable. So we'll have some discussions. It'll be really cool. But before we get started, please leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and comment any suggestions for future videos below. Let's get right into the video. Of course, the weird part about all this, again, is I have a mouse right here and my mic right here. That way I can, still communicate. So we're going to work this out. But either way, we got the wheel right here. We're going to shuffle them up. I don't know all the coaches on the top of my head because there's a lot of new ones. So I do have my phone right by me with all the lists of what's it called, coaches. I do know some of them, like Jared Mayo. He is one of the newer ones I know. Just because he's newer, I mean, there's very few that I think are bad anymore. So I'm probably going to put him at number 5 purely because I think he's my second favorite of the new coaches. But like everybody else has proven, the only other person I think that still has a job that I don't like is Eberflus. Eberflus would be easily number 32 for me. But it's unlikely we get him. Plus, I mean, there's like 4 other coaches. So I'm going to put him at number 5 just because it's very unlikely we get anybody else from that kind of little shindig of things. But of course, we land on Jared Mayo again. So you know what? I guess sign maybe it wants me to change. Either way, I'm not going to change. But we got Sean McDermott or Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell. I'm going to put Dan Campbell firmly at 2. I love Dan Campbell. I think he has the right mentality for that team. But like, he's not in the top. He's not in top epsilon. He's definitely like, is he top 10? He might not be top 10. Should I put him at 3? I'm actually going to put him at 3 before I see the next result, because even like, man. Do I put him at 3? Do I put Dan Campbell? I'm going to put Dan Campbell 3. I think there's a lot of other good coaches out there. Sean Payton, I'm going to put him right above Dan Campbell. I know, freaking bias of the Broncos fan and all that. Sean Payton has a better track record, a longer track record than Dan Campbell. They're very close, don't get me wrong. I think I would rather have the momentum that Dan Campbell has right now. But I think Sean Payton's still probably one of the better coaches in the league. But he's still overshined by a lot of the really star-studded coaches right now. Dallas Cowboys, what's his name? Might be Daniel or whatever. He's number 4. The only reason he gets number 4, and I'm happy with that, is because he's proven, and at least he can get you somewhere, where Jared Mayo isn't proven. But I like Dan Campbell more because he has momentum behind his side. Sean Payton has the history. Granted, I guess Daniel has some sort of history, but you get what I'm saying. Who's our number 1, though? Sean McDermott. I'm okay with Sean McDermott being number 1. No, never mind. Landed on Dan Campbell. I was okay with Sean McDermott being number 1, and I'm also okay with freaking the Rams. Oh my gosh, why am I forgetting his name already? Oh my gosh, he's gonna kill me. Sean McVay. Oh my gosh, I just literally said Sean, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know. But excuse me, holy crap. Sean McVay, number 1, easy, proven. He has a Super Bowl in recent memory. He's even producing very well with the Rams now. So this is actually a perfect list, I think. Sean McVay, Sean Payton, Dan Campbell, Mike McDaniel, and then Jared Mayo. Pretty good. Let's go 1 through 10. Make it a little bit harder. All right, we are shuffling this little list up. Going again, 1 through 10, as you see right here. I'm actually curious about where I'm actually going to land on a lot of these guys. Dan Campbell, again, he's in the upper echelon, but I'm going to put him at number 4. Or sorry, he's not in the upper echelon, but I'm going to put him firmly at number 4. I think he's a solid top half, definitely like a good side of a quarterback. Tennessee Titans, what's their name now? What's this guy's name? We're going to make sure. Brian Callahan. I mean, other than Dan Quinn and Matt Eberflus, I don't like them enough. He's probably the bottom of the list of my not hated coaches, because I think I just don't like Dan Quinn and Matt Eberflus. But I just don't know. He's not proven. I don't know anything much about him, so he's fine. But again, he's not proven, so I'm just going to put him at number 10 by kind of default right now. Atlanta Falcons, though, are going to be right there ahead of him, number 9. I know the guy, but I can't remember his name. Atlanta Falcons. Boom, bada, bing. Raheem Morris. I do like Raheem Morris. Is his name. He seems more of a stellar, has a little bit more of a personality behind the scenes, but he also just feels like he doesn't have, he has some kind of chip on his shoulder, and that's not in a good way. So, I don't know. I put him slightly above, but it's really either way. And here we go. List is already broken. Dan Quinn at number 8. I mean, again, it's more personality thing. I'm not a big fan of them, but I mean, I'm also not thinking this is the worst thing because they're all rookie head coaches. I shouldn't say rookie, but like new head coaches. So you could really order them any way you want. I'm okay-ish. I don't like Dan Quinn, so this list for me is broken, but like the list itself is not inherently broken. Is that Shavansky? Did they say his name? Stefanski, yes, Stefanski, Kevin Stefanski. Very solid, very great head coach. I'm actually going to put him slightly above Dan Campbell. I do like Kevin Stefanski. I think he's smart. Obviously doesn't have as much of a personality, and you know he's worked for the Cleveland Browns, but I still like him enough. Gannon's number 6 for me. I don't know. He just feels like a solid guy, solid overall, fine, whatever. I may put him at 7 actually. Is there many other teams between these guys? Probably not actually. He's fine. He's good, but like unless I get like a newer head coach, I really don't see many people below him. Sean McDermott though, man, I love Sean McDermott. I think he's, I don't know. I know people kind of hate on him a little bit, but like I think he's solid. D'Amico Ryans, honestly, did freaking solid with the Texans last year. I'll put him right in Dan Campbell territory, right below him. I think that's fair. I think there could be a debate between those two, but you know, we gotta give him another year, see what he can do, all that good stuff. Tennessee Titans already got them. So we're missing 6 and 1. So we need like a middle tier head coach, and then the top head coach, and that's going to be Andy Reid. Andy Reid is by far the best head coach in the league. Not even going to be a question about the number 1 spot for that. Number 6 though, we need somebody between D'Amico and Gannon. Mike Tomlin is not between those two. Mike Tomlin is probably number 2 in the league for head coaches. So Andy Reid, Sean McDermott, Kevin Stefanski, Dan Campbell, D'Amico Ryans, Mike Tomlin, Jonathan Gannon. We got Dan Quinn, Raheem Morris, and I forgot the Tennessee Titans guy that already name is. Brian Callahan. Sure. This list all the way to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all good. Mike Tomlin. Honestly, you could kind of debate this with his recent performance. I feel like he's got to be number 2, right? I mean, come on, you got to give him the respect. This isn't the worst list, but definitely could be better. Let's move on to 15. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. All we go. Spin the wheel. Who knows where it goes? 1 through 15 on the list. We're actually gonna kind of back this up just a little bit. That way we can get the whole list a little bit easier. All right. Houston Texans. D'Amico Ryans. Kind of discussed him before. I'm okay with him being around the midpoint. 6 is fine. Is 6 fine? Is 6 fine? 6 or 7. 6 or 7. I like him. I'm gonna put him at 6. I like D'Amico enough to say that I think he's proven enough in 1 year to do pretty well. Jonathan Gannon, again, I mean, nothing. I don't hate the guy, but I mean, he is one of the weaker coaches. Let's say we get like 3 of the bad guys, so we're putting him at 12. I say 12 is pretty good. Dan Quinn, I'll put him at 15 just because, again, Matt Eberflus is the only other one that I think you could argue, or that I would argue is below him, but, you know, take that as you will. Man, we got a little bit on the lower side of things. Todd Bowles is also probably down there for a lot of people. I don't know if I hate him as much. Robert Saleh, kind of that same category. I know he's hated a little bit. I'll put him at like 10. I like him enough, but like I'm not like in love with Robert Saleh, you know? So like, is 10 fair or is 9 better? I think 10. Oh my gosh, I'm dying a little bit. I think 10's fair. Las Vegas Raiders, is that a new guy too? I actually don't remember who the Las Vegas Raiders head coach is. Antonio Pierce, that's right. He did a little bit last year as interim. Oh man, do I put him at 13? Do I put him right? I think either. Actually, no. I think it's fair. I think right between Robert Saleh and Jonathan Gannon. It's probably a little bit bigger of a gap between him and Robert Saleh, but it's fine. Jonathan Gannon again, boom. I don't know. Antonio Pierce is just fine. You know, like, no, he's probably a step above Gannon just because I think he is a little bit more of the game-minded, while I think Gannon's really analytical. Again, Los Angeles Rams, I mean, Sean McVay is probably number 3 in the league in terms of head coaches. I mean, Andy Reid and Mike Tomlin, even not Mike Tomlin, I think you can argue pretty well. So I'm going to put him at number 1. Los Angeles Chargers, oh yeah, Jim Harbaugh. Okay, Jim Harbaugh is the only new head coach who's not really technical. Well, I guess he is kind of proven that I'm going to give a decent grade for. I'm going to put him above Robert Saleh and all that. I think he's right in that tier. I'm just trying to debate whether he's like number 8. Like, is there like a couple others that are like right below him? And there might be. Brian Davis, yeah, I'll put him at number 8. I think that's fair to kind of give him a decent grade, but not anything great. I think Mike McDaniel is like a good example of someone who's right above him in my mind. I like Mike McDaniel. I think Mike McDaniel has done well. Is he one-trick pony? Yeah. But honestly, Harbaugh, again, he had that big, run before with the Raiders, or not Raiders, but he's had that big run to the Super Bowl and everything. But like, he's out of the groove. He came back from college. Could you argue Mike McDaniel and them? Man, is Mike McDaniel number 9? Mike McDaniel might be number 9. He's number 9. Philadelphia Eagles. What's his name? Silla. Fucking. I can't say his name. My God. Boom, 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 boom. Philadelphia Eagles. It's Nick Sirianni. Oh, not. Oh my gosh, I'm a fucking idiot. I'll put him at number 5. He's proven, but like not proven a whole lot. I think he's right above D'Amico just because he's done a lot. Basically, he's fine. Dallas Cowboys. Mike McDaniel again. I think this actually is the perfect spot right above Jim Harbaugh, just purely because right now Mike McDaniel has been doing really well in the league, or has done well, just hasn't had much success. But he's definitely not above D'Amico or Sirianni for me. We're at Sirianni again. I do need some lower tier head coaches though, and I do need some higher tier ones. So hopefully we get some good ones. Doug Peterson, interesting one. I know some people actually hate on him. As a personality guy, I get it. He's not the greatest person in the world, but I'm going to put him at number 4, like pretty solidly. I like him just above Sirianni because I think Sirianni's fell off a little bit, while Peterson has done well. Could you kind of argue 4, 5, and 6 right now? Sure. D'Amico, I probably like better, but like honestly, again, man, it's hard. It really is hard. It's really hard because they've done. What's called Doug Peterson, D'Amico Ryans have done similar things recently, but Doug Peterson's been around more. So we're gonna go with 4, 5, 6. I'm okay with that list right now. Sean Payton, again, I gotta put him at number 3 probably. No, I'm gonna put him at number 2. Again, I think he's probably the 4th or 5th best in the league. Top 5 probably in terms of longevity and everything. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Sean Payton number 2. What's his name? Oh, Kevin O'Connell. Yeah, it's a pretty easy 13 for me. He's okay, I guess. He exists. Him, Todd Bowles, and Matt Eberflus are all, in my book, kind of on the downhill. Green Bay Packers. Who the hell is Green Bay Packers new head? Oh, no, it's Matt LaFleur. I'm a fucking idiot. Just ignore me. Matt LaFleur is easily number 3. That is like the perfect spot for him. Holy crap, I'm just a fucking idiot. Just don't mind me being an idiot right here. I don't know who would be, besides a new head coach, I don't know who would be a perfect fit there. Matt Eberflus and 2 new head coaches. So, we're kind of got like a 3 in 32 chance, basically. Nick Sirianni, bye. I think I like our list, though. I think I like the list just fine. I got Jags. All right, we got. I know there's like 16 teams left or 18 teams left that we haven't hit yet. Come on. Zach Taylor. Yeah, list is broken. Zach Taylor's not that bad. Would I put him that high? No, probably just above Mike McDaniel. I've fallen off with Zach Taylor, but whatever. So we have Sean McVay, Sean Payton, Matt Eberflus, Doug Peterson, Nick Sirianni, D'Amico Ryans, Mike McDaniels, Jim Harbaugh, Mike McDaniel, Robert Saleh, fucking what's his name, Pierce from the Raiders, 12 Gannon, 13 O'Connell, 14 Zach Taylor. That's where it breaks, and then you got Dan Quinn for 15. All right, this was not the best list. I think it was almost perfect except for Zach Taylor. Put any other new head coach there, or even Matt Eberflus, I'd be pretty happy with this list. So, okay, we'll go with it. I think it's fine. I think we did all right today. Obviously, did pretty good 1 through 5. 1 through 15, I think went better than 1 through 10. So we'll take that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please stay tuned for more. StraightA Dawson is out of here.